Salams and welcome. This is study secret tip number 57. Spaced repetition. Once again, this is very important for ensuring that you don't forget the work. Remember this curve. That's why I'm repeating this curve every time. This is the graph of forgetfulness. If you're not going to space out your work, you're going to forget your work. Right? So to avoid forgetfulness and to remember your work, you got to repeat your work at spaced out repetitions. Very, very important. After 1 day, 2 days, by the time the week is over, you have forgotten everything. From 100%, you've come down to 0%. And the only way to avoid this, you repeat and review the material 1 day later, so after 24 hours, 3 days later, after 72 hours, and 1 week later after 168 hours, right? So you got to repeat it at regular intervals. Then at the end of the month, you review the entire month's work again. So the fresh work that you're doing today, if you learn new work on Monday, you revise it on Tuesday, and then on Thursday or Friday, and then on Sunday, and at the end of the month, you go through all of the work again, right? It's important. So spaced repetition combats the forgetting curve, right? Point number 2, if you do this repetition, then this is known as a forgetting curve. That's the only way to avoid the forgetting curve. And spaced learning locks the knowledge into long-term memory. Everybody has got short-term memory. When we learn something, you're going to forget it by tomorrow or in a few days' time. You're going to forget it, guaranteed. That is known as short-term memory because the brain doesn't like to keep useless information. So the minute you repeat it, you are telling the brain this information is important. And then the brain will say, oh, okay, so is that important? You say, yes. So the brain will say, okay, now I'm going to remember it. And the more often you repeat it, then the brain is going to put it, the brain has a pin notice on it. It'll say, this is a star favorite, so I'm going to remember this as long-term memory. And that is how we learnt our nursery rhymes. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. We learned that because of repetition and because of singing. And the whole class is singing and the teacher is singing. So we remember that through repetition. We remember A, B, C, D, E, F, G. We remember our alphabet because of repetition. We remember our numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 through repetition. If we did not recite our Jack and Jill or Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, how I wonder what you are, right? Then we would not have known our nursery rhymes. It is only through spaced out repetitions, frequent repetitions, that the information goes from short-term memory, it goes into long-term memory. Stay well, stay focused. Wish you all the best for your exams. Alhamdulillah.